Hello Internet and welcome to Grammar for Communications with ILI. My name is Steve and today we're going to be talking about the simple past, mainly focusing on the regular and irregular verbs. So much fun. Okay, so when I teach in the classroom, there are two main problems with using the simple past. One, pronunciation, using the final sounds when using the simple past. And number two is remembering to use the simple past. Okay, so on the board we have a list of sentences. All right, basic structure. Start with the subject. In this case we're using personal pronouns: I, you, we, they, he or she. And the subject is then followed by verb to, the second form of the verb. All right? So, in the first sentence, I walked to school this morning. Now, the simple past is used for an action that is completed in the past. It doesn't matter when it is completed as long as it is in the past. Something I said 2 minutes ago is in the past, so you must use the past tense for everything that has happened before. Now, in this case, we're starting on regular verbs. If you don't know the difference between a regular and an irregular verb, regular verbs have the ed ending. Walk, walked, walked. Okay, and there are two main sounds for this type of verb. You have the T sound at the end, and then the D, the solid D, duh, duh. So, here we are focusing on the T sound. This is very important, okay? The T sound follows any of these sounds. The K, the sh, the ch, the S, the P, and the F sound. Okay? So, for example, I walked to school this morning. If you have problem pronouncing these words, something that I find easy is to separate the three sounds. Walk, walk. If you separate the sounds and then you start to say it quicker and quicker, it becomes much easier. So, walked, 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 walked. Okay, you have to separate the sounds and then practice saying it. So, in this sentence, I walked to school this morning. You finished work at 3 p.m. We watched Titanic last night. They kissed each other on Saturday. Oh, how sweet. He stopped working 2 years ago. She laughed at his ugly face. Not very nice. So, all of these sounds have the T at the end. It is very important that you pronounce the final sounds in English. Okay? It is very different to say, he walked to school this morning. He walked to school this morning. You must emphasize the final sound. It's very, very important. So, here are all the sounds that end with the T, the T sound. We're going to move on to the D, the D, okay? But first, we're going to start with these two. If you have a verb that ends with a T or a D, for example, start or end, this is usually followed by the ED, the id sound. So, start, started, started. End, ended, ended. State, stated. Goad, goaded. Alright, so normally, if you have the T or the D, it's followed by the id sound. He started singing at 2 a.m. She ended the relationship a few weeks ago. So, T and the D have the id sound. Everything else has the D, the D sound. I lived in Dalat 4 years ago. Lived. Not livid, lived. Okay? You called me a few minutes ago. We robbed a bank when we were younger. They planned a surprise party. So, to recap, all of these followed by the T sound. These two, T and D, are followed by the id sound, and everything else is followed by the D sound. So, please remember, please, please, please say the final sounds. Okay everyone, so now we are on our final section, which is irregular verbs. An irregular verb is any verb that does not have the ed ending. Now, with irregular verbs, they normally change form depending on their form. For example, go, all right? Verb 1, go, went, gone. Eat, ate, eaten. See, saw, seen. Drink, drank, drunk. There is no ed ending on irregular verbs. Now, for the simple past, we are going to be using verb 2, the second form. Now, the main problem with irregular verbs is remembering to use the second form of the verb. For example, if I ask, what did you do today? The most common answer I get is, I go to school. Now, I understand today is in the present. However, we have used did. I'm asking what you did today, before now. Any time before this point is in the past. So anytime. 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, 3 years ago, it's all in the past. So even though I use today, I'm asking what did you do? This is a simple past question. So, what did you do today? I go to school is wrong. What did you do today? I went to school. The same. What did you do today? I ate lunch with my friends. I saw a movie at the cinema. I drank beer with my friends. I know it's much easier to stick with verb 1, but it is wrong, all right? You must always use verb 2. Irregular verbs, there are many of them, so you must try to remember all of them, okay? So, today we've talked about regular verbs, the ed ending, the T, the D, and the id sound, and remembering to use the second form with irregular verbs. I hope that's been good enough for you. Have a nice day, and I will see you next time.